Welcome to Flashback Tracks. Travel back in time each Friday to an era of big hair, leg warmers, and Walkmans.
Far out.
Veg out with some clips from Downtime Broadcasting's promotional audio cassette magazine from the 80s and 90s, right here on the World Wide Web.
The following article is reprised with permission of Adweek's Marketing Week magazine, copyright February 15, 1988, and is entitled Physician, Hype Thyself, Hospitals Press Doctors into Marketing Service by Michael Heistand.
It is almost an unspoken rider to the Hippocratic Oath that doctors shall not be hyped for hospital marketing purposes, but an increasing number of hospitals are doing just that. The University of Chicago Hospitals Market Research told it that its academic affiliation gave it a state-of-the-art image, says spokesperson Paula Osick, but its staff wasn't perceived as being warm and approachable. A dozen staff physicians were summoned last fall, and their 20-minute unscripted testimonials were filmed. The result, after a winnowing process from ad agency NW Air, was a series of 20-second clips from 6 doctors that became the hospital's first television ad campaign. A few other hospital marketers are following suit. Faith Family Hospital in St. Louis ran profiles of staff physicians in newspaper ads, in part to show that some specialists who practice at better-known area hospitals also have chosen to use Faith Family's facilities.
Most hospitals, however, are less direct about pressing their physicians into marketing service. Northridge Hospital in Los Angeles promotes one physician specializing in eating disorders through local media appearances. St. Vincent's Hospital in Portland, Oregon, and Good Samaritan Hospital in Milwaukee have used their staff physicians in ads, but without identifying them by name. Doctors do bring results, say hospitals brave enough to use them. Doctors are the chief assets of a hospital, and prospective patients know it. Normandy Osteopathic Hospital in St. Louis ran a print campaign in 1986 featuring various white-coated healers touting a physician referral program. The hospital claims requests for the hospital's physician referral program more than doubled after the campaign. But Osteopathic Hospital used models in the role of doctors in its campaign, which helped it overcome one of the chief obstacles to using doctors in ads, resistance from the doctors themselves. Dick McDonald, president of McDonald Davis and Associates, a Milwaukee ad agency specializing in healthcare, warns that relying on physicians as a marketing tool can create a political nightmare.
But the traditional taboo against advertising in the physician community may be eroding slightly. A few years ago, doctors would have put up ads picturing physicians and thrown darts at them, says Karen Portugal York, CEO of York Alpern KPR, a Los Angeles-based ad agency that specializes in healthcare. Now, some of them are fans of such marketing efforts. That comes in part because some of the marketing pitches tout hospital physician referral services, and that in turn brings them more business. That could become more important in the future. Patients choosing a hospital increasingly rely on information other than personal recommendations by a physician. According to a recent study by a Nashville, Tennessee-based research firm, the Keckley Group, doctors control only some 70% of all patient admission decisions, down from nearly 90% 5 years ago.
Industry marketers say the image of a physician in hospital advertising has a powerful draw. It's already fairly common for health maintenance organizations to use testimonials from staff physicians in their promotions, in part, says one healthcare marketer, to show HMOs are in places where you never see the same doctor and doctors will never know your medical history. A hospital client of the McDonald Davis Healthcare Agency used pictures of concerned-looking doctors in ads after research indicated that consumers wanted a physician who listened to them, spent time, and got to know them, says agency head Dick McDonald. Karen York also sees the use of doctors as a logical next step in the development of healthcare marketing. In the early 1980s, hospitals tried to bypass doctors with image marketing aimed at consumers, which put doctors and hospitals at each other's throats, she says. As general image marketing gave way to more targeted marketing of specific services or programs, the marketing role of the specialists who ran those programs naturally grew. Says Dr. Armand Brodeur, president of the National Association of Physician Broadcasters and Associate VP, Development of the Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital in St. Louis, it's just a matter of the medical profession having to catch up to the times. Some of the advertising using doctors will be overly self-aggrandizing, but I think we could see an explosion of the technique in the next year or two.
Travel back in time with us next Friday as we share more clips from the 80s and 90s on another rad episode of Flashback Tracks, exclusively on Promo Corner. Time to bounce.